Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television GPTV. I'm Brett. It's a new comic book day, and in our hands is one of those releases. It's Churchill from Dead Reckoning. Now, Dead Reckoning is a comic imprint for the Naval Institute Press. They deal a lot with military style graphic novels, stories, historical stuff. And we got a biography of Winston Churchill, one of the most important political figures of the 20th century. And it's interesting. Now, I'll first admit I don't know tons about Churchill. I'm not a historian. I don't read tons of biographies, and I know general bits of his involvement with like World War II and a little bit after. But for the most part, I didn't know his life. But this kind of changes that in a fairly good way. So text is by Vincent Delmas, translated by Ivanka, Hahnenberger, historical consultants Francois, Kersaudy, board is Christophe, Regnault, design is Alessio, Camardella, artwork is Alessia Nocera. And the best way I think I can describe this is it is a very good starting point to learn about Winston Churchill. I'm not going to say this is the be-all, end-all biography, but is more than enough, I think, for you to go and get a general sense of who he was. I have to trust the accuracy. I'm not fact-checking anything, and I'm sure there are many different historical takes on the character, but this really kind of plays off that this is a man who is haunted by his father, really wanted to find his place and make his father happy, and that was kind of a drive for many of the things he did. And that was kind of the general sense that I got of it, and that he was very determined to do something amazing, and it comes off as times as someone who godlike isn't kind of quite the right word, or messianic isn't quite the right word either, but someone who just feels that they're like born for greatness and are gonna do good things, and their country's gonna need to call on them. Like, I'm not sure the proper word in way to describe that, but that's the way Churchill comes off. It's interesting trying to figure out how much of it was leadership and how much of it was decisions that he can get ahead. That's the thing that I'm not quite clear about with a lot of the things that he's done and went through. But generally, I think this is it's a good basic biography that will teach you the basics about about this very important historical figure. And it takes you through the end of World War II, from his childhood up to World War II. There are some choppy moments for the story. It feels like things kind of jump around, and time frames feel a little bit weird. Things aren't quite clear enough when years pass, type of thing. But generally, it's good. I think it's a really good starting point, and I think even the graphic novel itself will say that it's a good starting point, and it'll hopefully get you interested in checking other things out. There's a foreword about Churchill, and then there's another bit about him in this history, like an introduction. I think the guy's name who writes it is named Andre Roberts. Andre Roberts, who kind of goes through more of his history itself. So it's just a good one. If you are someone who is interested in history, maybe don't know a lot about Winston Churchill, and want to pick up and get something to learn more, I think this is a pretty solid read. It's not one I necessarily would bet the farm on, and the storytelling, I said, at times feels a little choppy, but it's good. The art, I think, is pretty solid as well. It's really kind of interesting. Going through all the characters, there's a lot of detail to this. Again, I don't know how accurate uniforms are or the time period is, but I think it's actually really, really kind of interesting. The look of it, there's a lot of very interesting details to it, and Churchill, it looks like him towards the end. I don't know what he looked like as he grew older, so I couldn't really tell you how he might have changed throughout the years. I just kind of know what he looks like when he's older. It's good. It's a good thing to start with is, I think, the best way of putting it. Like, it's good for teens who might need to start somewhere to learn about him and try to figure out maybe where they want to go with, like, a biography or something like that, or just maybe want a touch of history without going too deep and too far, not quite ready for a big giant thick book yet or something like that. So it's good. So it's out in comic shops now. You can go get it. Definitely go support your comic shops. They need the support. We got a link beneath this video. Put in your zip code. Tell the shops near you. No shop, no problem. We do have some affiliate links. Some of them are to comic shops, but we do get a percentage of that. But really, go support your comic shop. Go hit them up, see if they do curbside delivery, or delivery, if they do delivery in general, mailing, whatever. Go, or if they're just open. Support. And speaking of support, I want to thank Dead Reckoning for hooking us up with this review copy, and thank you for watching. If you're into comics, graphic novels, stuff from Dead Reckoning, you can check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com, or all over the web, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, whatever. All at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. So until next time, keep reading those comics and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.